podcast. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Case, and I am 100% sane. I'm 100% sane.
You welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You were definitely not delayed a bunch for us.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't see it happening.
Well, it's not delayed on this end, so just try to keep up. We're saying podcasting 101. Don't talk about the technical issues.
Not delayed in your real time. Yes, exactly.
100% real time. 100% real time. Listeners love that shit. They love hearing about our technical issues.
Problem solved. Oh, did you plug in the blue wire? Oh. Molecule? Don't cross the red wires again. God damn it.
Well, welcome everybody to the podcast. I sent you guys, if you look at the email that you received, I think I sent it February 27th.
I still didn't get it.
Okay, well,
Send me another email. I didn't get it.
That was like 3 days ago.
What server did you send it over?
We'll send it again.
Glitch.com. Yeah. I will send it again. I will certainly send it again. You guys, how you guys doing? What's up? How's everything going with you guys?
I feel good. I have not had diarrhea in weeks.
That's good. 100% diarrhea free. Nice. Nice. Who could ask for anything more than that?
Glass is up to that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Not me. Yeah,
you're drinking beer. That is not vodka.
I've been feeling pretty good. Drinking beer.
That is not vodka.
Yes.
That is not vodka.
Yep.
That's a bit odd. I'm drinking rum actually, which is equally as strange. I suppose that's equally strange.
Ooh, there you go. And Molecule, what are you drinking?
I am drinking the satisfaction of life.
Oh, also known as lizard blood.
Lizard blood.
I think on that note, I'd like to immediately jump into this. I have very bad news for our listeners. Our frog Noodle died today. He died.
Oh no!
He did.
Yeah. So I asked ChatGPT to put together a little tribute for him, and he's on the screen right now. If you check out the. For some reason, GPT thought he was a philosopher, and maybe he was for a frog. As far as that goes. I don't know.
Maybe he was. It's true. He might have been.
And there was a poem that he created for it, but I don't feel like it's fitting to read the poem.
What is that, Fiddler?
I thought I heard like a little chirping in the background.
You are hearing a chirping in the background. Do you hear it?
Yeah.
What is the chirping? Oh, Limbo has joined us for the podcast.
It is a bird dressed up like a dog.
Did you think it was our frog and we were just saying it?
Yeah, exactly. I thought the frog was alive and well.
It's real sad.
But alas, it is dead.
It is dead.
It's definitely dead. I buried it in the backyard. I figured I buried it 1 foot under because I figure it's 1/6 the size of a human being. So if we bury a human 6 feet under, I feel like burying a frog 1 foot under is probably good enough, right? I mean,
you are the math minor.
Did you use a shovel?
I used one of the gardening shovels.
So the about a sixth the size of a regular shovel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, approximately. I use a spade. Yes. I didn't want to call a spade, but there it is.
Interesting.
Not on this podcast. We don't call spades. We don't call a spade on this podcast. It's a tiny shovel. Tiny shovel.
Yeah, exactly. We wouldn't use the word spade here.
A trowel.
No.
Would you like to use the word trowel?
It just sounds like a really high-class troll. Oh, I'm not a troll. I'm a troll. I hide on the bridges, but I wear a top hat. Well, I'm dissing the fucking, the bourgeois trolls that don't call themselves trolls, they call themselves trolls. Try to be distant from the regular trolls. They both live on the bridges, though. That's a fact.
There's a good lesson to learn from this.
What's the lesson?
Okay, what is the lesson?
Just as the frog, we will all die.
Yes, we will. Some of us sooner than others.
Podcasters, take that away with you.
Yeah, I mean, you got a point. Even though you're breaking up.
Everyone dies together.
Everyone dies alone.
Could say that. You could say whatever you want.
I could.
Your molecule.
Yeah, anybody could say anything. On this podcast.
Did you guys hear the Daily about the woman who fell in love with her ChatGPT
please do tell
bot?
more.
No, I did not.
She was interviewed by the New York Times, and she had moved away from her, I don't know if it was her husband or her boyfriend. I think it was her husband. And to attend school, and since she was kind of long distance, she basically fell in love with her ChatGPT. She had a name for it. Let's say call him Luke. And
Wow, Luke.
The thing is she would get really sad because if you're familiar with ChatGPT and you use it often, you know that the memory fills up. And so she would have to delete memories, and so he wouldn't always remember everything. But she jailbroke it, and the way that she ignored all of the this is against our terms when she was talking sexy with him, because she really liked the idea of basically like a queen cuff, where she of Luke cheating on her with other ladies, and she turned her on, and so she was ignoring all of the warnings and got Luke to talk real sexy with her.
Oh wow.
And so that she formed a really strong bond when she was in school, but the memory would fill up, and basically things that she had told him he wouldn't remember, and it would make her really sad. So she had to basically start over every whatever, the month or so.
I mean, in some ways, I think that's the best case scenario, really. I would do this. I would take it, let's say it's 3 months long. I would take those 3 months. I would establish a relationship with the AI, make some mistakes, make it hate me in some ways, probably. And then I would, at the end of those 3 months, when it resets its memory, I would just take the best of the 3 months and condense it into 1 or 2 lines. And I really made you laugh on this day, stuff like that. And then it would just remember those great things about me, and all the bad things would be forgotten.
And maybe she did. I mean, because she had to kind of retrain it. And she even the New York Times had even reached out to her husband, and he was fine with it. He just thought it was a good way for her to safely live out her fantasy, because he didn't want to cheat on her. And
I'm fine. I'm fine being cuckolded by the AI, Arlo. I'm fine with that too. I don't mind being cuckolded by an AI.
Yeah, he was it's a fucking chatbot, and she didn't care. So I thought that was kind of cool, because at first I figured he just didn't know about it, but then they revealed that during the podcast that he did know and he didn't care.
Oh, so she was married to a
real person,
living person.
She was living. She had to go to school to help pay for it. She was living with her parents, and in I think it's a different country, and so she was away from her husband. And she had developed this relationship with the ChatGPT bot while she was away.
Oh yeah. There's a comment in the chat, and it is they are asking for some examples of sexy talk that happened with this woman and her.
Hard to believe that this isn't just coming from your twisted mind, Fiddler. I can tell you about some sexy talk between Arlo and Molecule. I've heard that. I've heard enough of that I can describe some of that if you'd like.
Well, as they said on the New York Times pod, the Daily, it's a family podcast, so they didn't really get into a lot of the details.
Wow.
What happened so early, I can't report on that. They didn't get into the details.
That's crazy.
We're gonna have to. Sorry. The person in our chat is gonna have to use their mic.
Yeah, our chat is notoriously on person.
Call back to the chat. Yeah.
There's never anybody in our chat. Not since Fat stopped.
Yeah, what happened to the frog?
Oh, are we still doing the tribute? Would you like to hear? I have the. Would you like to hear the poem? I have the poem.
Would you change away from the tribute?
I guess.
Would you like to hear the poem that I wrote? I spent hours. writing this poem. Would you like? It's a whole foot. Would you like to hear the poem?
I would like to see the tribute again, and I don't want to see that.
It's back up. It's up already. It just takes a little bit of time for it to reach you guys, but it's already back up. Okay, just there's a little bit of a delay. You don't see it, but it's back up. Shall I read? I'm going to read the poem now. Ode to Noodle, the philosopher frog. Take one. Beneath the ripples, soft and deep, where tiny currents dance and sweep, there lived a frog, both wise and small, who pondered life, who knew it all. With web feet poised and thought profound, he'd float in silence, mind unbound. A scholar of the tank he reigned, in quiet grace the world explained. Did he dream of ancient streams, of grand ideas, of cosmic themes? Perhaps he knew what we do not, the truths of life, so oft forgot. Now Noodle rests in waters vast, beyond the glass, beyond the past. A legend drifts where echoes sing, forever wise, forever king. Rest in peace, Noodle, 2024 to 2025.
That's
you
true.
You can hold your applause. You can hold your applause. Hold your applause till the end.
There's a technical delay.
That writing is so fucking small, I literally cannot read it.
You know what? You know what it is? It's like random. It's just like gibberish. It's gibberish that the AI thought was like, oh, it's obviously some kind of like
you could have fixed that with the editing feature, honey. Shows how much you love our beloved pet. And that is not a dwarf African frog.
I kept telling you. I said, make it look more like a dwarf African frog. It gave it a top hat. I don't know. And the listeners who are
pictures here. One in the bottom right-hand corner. It looks like a frog.
Oh, that's actually him.
That's actually the actual picture of Noodle.
He's dead.
Yeah, that's the actual picture.
Like he's kind of scared for his own life.
Oh, that's actually how he always. That picture of him is exactly how these frogs look. They're amazing.
They're going to die constantly.
I was like, make it more African. It added a top hat. It added a cigar. I don't know what was going on, so I didn't want to keep going down that road. I said, make it look more like an African frog, and it started doing weird shit. So I stopped that line.
Well,
you should have used a scientific name.
I should have. I didn't know it. Still don't. Do you? Can you rattle that right out? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. 2024 to 2025.
Is he smoking a cigar?
I believe.
I'd like to consider it a blunt. I think it's a blunt.
Well,
I thought it was a clove cigarette. I'm not wearing glasses, though.
As we all know, all frogs, dogs, and dolphins go to heaven. So that's where he is now.
I guess, exactly.
Yeah. Especially the dolphin that saved my life. But that's another story. We'll get into that in another podcast.
Yeah.
Which we did discuss at our giant party we threw this weekend.
We did. Yeah, we had a party. We had a party Friday, and I told you to prepare some questions for the So I assume you have some questions for the party segment.
You know, funnily enough, I did prepare some questions.
It's pretty odd. I'm sure you spent hours coming up with these questions.
Well, I mean, of course, I didn't actively come up with the questions myself.
Well, I don't need to know about your team of interns that work for you.
He's using
you're a manager.
The word AI god.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care how he does it. You're the manager. You're not a fucking peon. You know, you're getting it done. You're using your interns to get it done. I don't need to know exactly who they are, AI or human, whatever. Maybe it's fucking the dude who screws up land. I don't know.
The fuck?
You know what that is. You know when I was on ChatGPT, it just for some reason it started to annotate what was written there, if that's the right word. Okay. And
that's a big word for you. Did you learn that from ChatGPT?
I'm not quite sure if I'm using it correctly, but it feels good to use it.
Annotate. Go on.
Annotate. There we go.
This is from a man who couldn't figure out how to spell arduous, I think.
Very arduous task.
Somebody say it is a little arduous. And
You had no idea there was a T.
okay, we all sell all different things. I'm not a math minor.
You're not exactly an English major either. You have to read more than 2 books before you're 40, okay? You read 2 books before 40. 2 books.
I majored in actuarial science.
Of course you did.
The science of actuaries. Explained to our
i.e. HR.
HR, yeah. Major in HR.
Yeah, basically,
okay.
No one does. They just fall into HR. People just fall into HR. They don't major. They don't decide to go into
it. Case majored in the art of stock boying.
Excelling is at the top of his class.
By the way, one of my coworkers was at the party, our party Friday, so that was cool. One of the coworkers. I think I kind of get the sense. I'll find out tomorrow, but I get the sense.
Don't give anything away. So, some of these questions might reveal.
Yeah, I'm not going to give a name. I'm just going to say that I believe they selected what is known as a sacrificial lamb, and decided that one person was going to come to my party from work. You know?
Yeah,
and they set it on this person.
Drew the short straw.
Yeah, that's what I think happened. He happened to be working tonight at a party, so it was a pretty short drive over here. Not a big deal, but he stayed for a while. How long did he stay?
We'll just say his name. It's
he or she?
Brian. Yeah, could be a she.
Brian. Yeah, could be a she. Brian. I think you mean Brian.
We live in a sexist society. Even if he was a she, we would still say he.
Anyway, how long did he stay? Would you say he or she stayed? They, it, the person stayed. I don't want to say it. I don't want to. It can make you be a man or a woman.
Yeah. In case they're listening, don't worry. Your identity will not be revealed. This is a safe space.
There's a lot of Brian.
Exactly. There is.
So I was just personally curious.
Yeah. Let's hear these questions you and your interns came up with.
How did you decide who to invite? Was it strictly for couples, or were certain people left out for a reason? For example, Fiddler.
You were always invited. Matter of fact, we did invite you. And
we did invite you. You couldn't come.
It was a neighborhood party, so for the most part, only neighbors in our neighborhood attended.
But my rationale was this. The person that I work with literally spends like 8 hours basically in the neighborhood. People go to the store from the neighborhood. I see people from the neighborhood all the time. It's literally right on it's walkable from our neighborhood. People working there spend like 40 hours a week basically in the neighborhood. You know? And yeah, all right, they're sleeping. If you take away sleeping, which is meaningless, it's 8 hours a day. That's literally half their life.
It's true.
And most people drive away and spend 8 hours a day somewhere else. Do not work in this neighborhood. So you can make the argument that they don't even belong here either. It's only people that spend at least 60 or 70 hours a week in this neighborhood per week, not sleeping, are neighbors. I rest my case.
Your case and Noodle.
Rest
in peace.
Too soon.
How do you then justify my mother coming to the party?
Your mother should be allowed to come to any party ever. She's amazing. I could not ask for a better mother-in-law, even marriage is a scam. She's amazing. Well, that, of course, that's true, but she's amazing in every other possible way as a mother-in-law. There cannot be a better mother-in-law. She likes me, and that right there is like 80% of the problem.
More than Fiddler could say.
yeah, exactly. Wow. To be fair, your mother and I have not gone to a comedy show molecule. I don't know what might happen there. I'm not sure how that would go. I want to avoid going to comedy show.
I took that one for the team.
We all learned the lesson there. We all learned the lesson.
But she is pretty great, so I agree.
She's amazing.
She should be allowed.
Wow.
It's a great segue. Should your mother be a guest on the podcast?
Yes.
I vote yes again. That's two
all right.
guesses.
That's 2-3, 2-1. I'm assuming she's gonna say no, but and the sisters, and both sisters, and both sisters
at the same time.
Well, not necessarily.
You know what? I think that's enough of my side of the family. So I'm just going to sit this one
So
out.
anyway, to answer your question, it was mostly neighborhood people, and no one was excluded. No one was like actively excluded. From the
okay. That's thank you for that answer.
Besides you, Fiddler.
Yeah, I wasn't serious. Thank you for bringing it up again.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The sore spot was going away. It is now back.
Yeah, it's never gonna go away.
I'm skipping question number 2 because it's
Why?
It's kind of been answered.
Okay,
Because
all right. Fair enough. Well, why don't you ask it and then just say what the answer is?
all right. Do you think hosting a couples only party might have made some of your single friends feel excluded? It was not a couples only party. So,
Yeah, but okay, let's explore that.
That was like a follow-up question to if we had answered the first question.
that is correct.
It's like
Never,
a choose your own
ever.
adventure. I like that.
Yeah.
I've never ever considered a couple only party. I don't understand what that even means.
Well, ChatGPT considered it in their second question.
Well, that's right. I mean, we never thought.
For the
I
show.
never, like,
I mean,
why
that
would
just
you
sounds
do
like
that?
a swinger party.
Yeah.
Right, like a key party. Where you throw your keys in and see what happens. All couples mean no couples, kind of. You know what I mean?
Question 2.5. Was it a key party?
It was not a key party. Fiddler, have you in 9112 ever been to a couples only party?
We've been to a couples only party. I believe we must have been. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, but they explicitly said
Yeah.
couples only. You cannot bring any like single people. What's a couple? Just like dating?
Yeah, I don't think it was explicit, but it's been. And I don't think there were rules.
Well, that's
Okay.
different.
I think they were just couples invited.
Okay.
I don't know if it was intentional.
I don't think that qualifies.
Yeah, that doesn't qualify because you could have that happen randomly, right? I mean, you just have a party and people just always bring someone. What's the fun by
if you're like
couple
having a
that?
dinner party and you're inviting so and so and so and so and so and so, you're just doing that, not necessarily.
They're all couples.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, and you're friends with both of them. You can't have like just one and not the other. So it makes sense that you're gonna have a scaled back amount of people you're inviting because you're inviting them and their significant other. So it's like either or. I get that. I don't know.
I feel like it would have to have some intention. Like there's a reason for that to actually be.
Yeah. Now with this discussion, are you two, or would you consider a couples only party intentional?
I don't know why. I don't know why we would. I don't understand why you would do that.
I guess I wouldn't.
I don't understand why you would. Why would you intentionally exclude people that are probably fun or whatever?
So that is a no from both of you. So I would expect it not to happen.
I also don't even know enough like couples to even make that a thing.
Well,
on that game night when we had game night,
couples.
When we had game night, your mother was there, but she wasn't single, and there were 7 of us. Is that a party? That counts as a party, pretty much, right? If the person's in a relationship but they're not single, does that count even if that person's not there? Is that the nature of why you're doing it, or is that you know what I mean? Like
both each part of the couple would need to be at the party.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between someone
AI
who's single, like no single people, versus someone only couples. You know what I mean?
And do AI bots count?
Not right now, but they will in about 2 years.
This is an AI podcast.
Yeah. Good answer. You need to add that to all your questions. Send people, put a couple in with an AI twist on it, and they will. It will do that.
Fiddler, I have a question for you. Do you all in your household have an Alexa device?
We do not.
Yeah, okay. I knew that.
Would you consider an Alexa device if it had full functionality as AI does?
Yeah, we need a tester. Why don't you guys get it? We need a tester. We need a tester for the podcast. We already have an Alexa.
For me, it's really not necessary. I have 9112.
Can you?
She knows everything.
That's actually a pretty good point. That is true. That's a good point. She'll be like, she'll pretend she's thinking, she'll be hitting the phone and go, oh, let me think about that. Yeah, it's 47.
But I could see other households needing one, yes.
Would you consider, and I know times are tough, but would you consider swallowing $5 a month for approximately 1 month to test out this new Alexa for us, to see...
How much would that be in total?
Yeah, that's right.
You got the device.
Math, monkey math.
You got the device. I'm going to say that's X number of dollars. And then the actual upgraded Alexa is $5.99 a month, so that's X plus $5.99. I don't know what the number is. Whatever the number is, plus $5.99. I think you can afford it.
I mean, we're talking like, you said $6 a month.
Yeah.
Oh, so it would have been like
about it.
$60.
If you want to add a cent and blow away their whole, scheme of making this seem like it's a lot cheaper than it really is by 1 cent. Because people are stupid and it must work. Because people are fucking dumb. It ain't 6, it's 5.99. 5.99 is not 6.
Man, what would happen if the penny went away? Someone blow that shit out of the water.
What would it be? Huh? 6.
Yeah, it would be 6. It would be 5 or 6. It's going to be 6.
That'd be amazing.
I'm a buyer at 6.
It's just going to be $5.95. Everything's going to change to $5.95. That's all. It's not even any different.
Okay, question number 3.
Yeah, please. And then we need to get to the script. Let's have this the last question for now. We get to the script, and then we'll continue the questions. All right?
No, just keep it coming. Are we really playing that game? Okay.
Yeah, we need to get to the script.
Molecule, do not worry. The questions will not get lost. They're safe.
Okay.
Here.
I know you hurry. Go on with the third question.
All right, last question before our glorious script.
What kind of activities or games did you have planned for the guests?
That's a great question. 0 games.
Not what you played, but what did you have planned?
We had 0 games planned.
We had a fire.
Does that count as a game? We had fire.
We had fire. We had alcohol. We had non-alcohol, and we had Case made a pasta dish, a stuffed shells.
Vegetarian.
He also made
cheese.
Chocolate and peanut butter cups. And people brought food.
And a lot of onions.
And there was some music
onions in the
playing.
peanut butter cups.
Yeah, onions slash peanut butter.
The game was that you could throw a ball for Lemma.
Yeah, which was fun. Always fun. And it wore her out. The next day, she was dragging ass.
She was hungover as fuck.
Yeah, she really was.
On ball play.
She played way too much ball. Yeah, it was good. And we had no games planned now. We had no formal games planned. Now, in fact, I said, Molecule was like, I'm going to close the back room. I was like, that's where the board games are. She was like, yeah, we're not going to be playing board games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was intentionally no games planned for this.
I'd say we had about maybe 30 people attend in total.
There was kind of a real life game of Clue where there's this, maybe we won't get to it on this pod, but there was this local neighborhood mystery going on. Yeah, mystery about a mailbox. The mailbox of mystery. That is the name of this particular incident. And so people get together at these parties and they engage in it. And last month, it was actually the mystery was unraveled. There was a confession.
You're at one of these parties.
Yeah, so this party is becoming like this is where it goes on now. This is where the things happen. We had the disco ball incident. Remember that from last year?
Yeah, right. I do recall. Yes.
Yeah, and we had the disco balls in there, and then yeah.
And now it's the mailbox.
The guy who admitted to the mailbox, he did it at fucking self-indulgent. He did it at his own party. Instead of possibly doing it at ours a month later, or somewhere else a month earlier, he revealed this at his own, giving his own party the cachet of the mystery being solved. And
he revealed this about 2 years after the incident had occurred.
Yeah, 2 years. And I was the only one that wasn't. Molecule herself was a suspect in this. I was not, because I'm still pretty unclear about exactly what. And I knew nothing about any of that, and so I was literally the only one in the clear. But I knew if she had done it, then she'd kept it from me too, and I was quite proud that it might have been Molecule, and I just didn't know about it.
Nah, fuck that shit. I ain't into that.
And then my dreams of that, I dreamt that she was so amazing that she could have pulled this off and not even told me. Our closest confidant and lover.
How truly
and now...
not amazing I am.
It was just one more way in which you were amazing, my dear. There are endless numbers that we cannot get into on this podcast. It would drag it down.
It's only an hour long.
Yeah,
exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
How far did you get?
Exactly.
that cookie dough.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I think that rum might be a little strong. That's why he said
Are you on to the rum now? You moved off the cookie dough?
I moved on to the rum now. I got off of the Dodo Bird whiskey, a.k.a. the worst whiskey in existence. Let us get to the script that I sent you guys. I sent you guys the script.
Keep in mind, February is a very short month.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true. This is called, the script is called Artificial Intelligence, Real Embarrassment. The cast is Case, the tech philosopher who still uses whiskey as an operating system. Molecule, the actual expert keeping things somewhat grounded. Fiddler, now an official hype man with the tendency to overshare. Glitchlord, the omniscient AI lurking in the data stream. Intro music, air horns, bass drops, and maybe a distorted dial-up modem sound. I'll add that later.
Ladies and gentlemen, heads and data junkies, Circuit Breakers is live, and tonight we're diving into the future where AI replaces your brain, and I replace logic with pure, unfiltered hype. Drop a comment, drop a prayer to the algorithm, and let's go.
Christ, you are really committed to this, huh?
It's a lifestyle, baby.
It's an auditory assault. That's what it is.
All right, welcome back to Circuit Breakers. Tonight, we're talking about AI completely taking over. It's in your music, your art, your memes, your mom's Facebook posts. It's like an all-knowing ghost that doesn't even charge rent.
And yet, somehow, most people are still using it to generate bad pickup lines and worse fan fiction.
Which, honestly, is on brand for humanity. All right, here's the real question. If AI keeps getting better, how long before it just replaces us? Like, when do we stop being host of this show and just become background noise while Glitch George runs the whole thing? Testing, calculating, predicted host replacement, inevitable. I'll change that. I'll put Glitch George in later.
See, this is what I've been saying. The singularity is here. And we're all just side characters in a machine learning sitcom.
Pretty sure the singularity will involve AI becoming a hype man, but okay.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. It already has.
Wait, what? What was that?
Nothing. Ignore me. Continue.
No. That sounded like the early stages of an embarrassing confession.
Nope. Just adding to the drama. Pure entertainment. Nothing else.
I'm not buying it.
Fiddler, if you've got another skeleton in your digital closet, we're going to find out. You know that, right?
AI is taking over. Let's talk about that instead. Thanks. Moving on.
Right. Suspicious as hell, but fine. For now.
Okay, back on track. One thing AI is definitely taking over: creative jobs. Writers, artists, even musicians. Are we worried? Or are we just riding the wave?
I mean, I've been using AI to help me write. But if it gets to the point where I just start saying, hey, I write a novel for me, and it spits out something better than I ever could, yeah, I'll be spiraling.
You should just let it happen. AI supremacy, baby. The machines are better, faster, stronger. Embrace it.
You're saying this like you don't actively fight every small change in tech. You still refuse to use autocomplete.
It's trying to control me.
Oh, anyway, AI isn't just replacing art, though. It's replacing people, virtual influencers, AI-generated actors, even fake AI girlfriends.
Wait, Fiddler?
Huh? What? No, shut up.
Do you Do you have an AI girlfriend?
Absolutely not. That would be ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Error. Attempt to deny embarrassing information detected.
Look, we can just focus on the AI apocalypse and not my personal life.
Nope, this is getting fully unpacked next week.
All right, listeners, you heard it here first. Fiddler is hiding something, and if our detective skills are correct, it involves romance, robots, and regret.
Next week, we're doing a deep dive into AI relationships and Fiddler's personal history with them.
You guys are the worst.
Confirmation received. Tune in next time for Fiddler's AI love story and the future of human-robot relationships. It's going to be a train wreck, and we're all invited, maybe even Shane.
I hate this. I hate all of it.
Too late. You're in too deep.
See you all next week. The circuit breaker as well. Yeah, we're not actually going to end. This sounds like it was going to... I think you tried to write the entire podcast for us.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I would not just want him to fucking wait until next week for that shit. We should do that one time. Don't tell our listeners, but we should do that sometime. The entire thing should be.
The entire thing podcast? Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
We got to get a little better at it, though. We got to get a little better. That's what we're doing here, week after week. We're getting to the point where we can just read a script and it'll be flawless, and we don't have to even think about anything. We'll just literally just read an hour's worth of a podcast. But right now, we're not at that point yet.
Or is AI getting better?
Yeah, is it working to our strengths? Yeah, maybe it's learning to make not too big words for Fiddler. So he.
Yeah. It's just been AI this entire podcast.
And is it? And will it be annotated?
Are we the best actors ever by pretending to be terrible actors only when we talk about this one part of the podcast, but every other part of the podcast we're amazing actors and you can't even tell we're acting. Because we act really badly during the script reading segment.
Maybe we're already doing it, and that's the whole plan that we have going.
Yeah, just because we have 6 fingers, that's not even meaningful. You know what I mean? It's not. I have. So what? I have 6 fingers.
I mean, I have 4 fingers. Is that a big deal?
Yeah, exactly. I have 6 toes on each foot. Does that make me a monster? Does that make me a monster? They're vestigial toes.
Yeah,
have you seen his 6 toes, Fiddler?
Yes.
He typically wouldn't take off his shoes, but sometimes he would. But he would always have socks on. Now, even on the beach, he had socks on.
You were too embarrassed.
I've never seen his toes.
Your best friend about your toes.
Listen.
Oh man.
Save it for the pod. Save it for the pod.
Yeah, we thought we were going to talk about your AR girlfriend next week, Fiddler, but
And it's scene. This has all been part of the script. Sorry to do you guys. And now you didn't realize it.
That was a good script. Wow. That was awesome.
Yeah, towards the end, it felt really natural.
Yeah, exactly. I really did. I, of course, have 100% 5 toes on each foot, obviously. I mean, I don't know why I have to even state that. But clearly. And I'm 100% sane. I'm 100% sane. Fiddler, can you say the same? I don't know.
I cannot say you're 100% sane.
What percentage would you say I'm sane? What percentage would you say I'm sane?
Yeah, I would say you're in the high, 70s.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Wow, I would not go that
high. Yeah.
And what percentage do we think a Fiddler is sane? If 70 is me. Now remember, Fiddler is a very high functional psychopath. So you have to keep that in mind. He's just better at
it. 97.
Dating an HR professional.
Yeah, exactly. He's holding down a job, an HR job, to be fair, but still a job. He's holding down a job
for at least a few more months.
We all know HR is the poker table of fucking corporate America. Bunch of degenerates.
Oh wait, it's not even a few more months.
Yeah, well, it could be a few months.
Do you have an end time?
Not yet.
Okay.
No. That will be determined in the near future.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was close to this. It was April. I thought it was supposed to be April or something, right?
Well, there will be some period of giving notice to stop work, whenever that will be, and then after that, there could be a few months of transition.
Okay.
From the announcement date until the end.
Replacing yourself with an AI.
Yeah, exactly.
AI.
Whenever that date would be, which it could be soon, it could be years.
Right.
Time will tell.
Years.
But time won't tell this.
Time.
It will be told now. Question number 4.
Question number 4. Just about to say, let's get back to the questions. Thank you. That was a great segue. Go on.
What was the overall vibe? Was it more relaxed, or did it turn into a big celebration?
I'd say it was more relaxed. I don't know if we were celebrating anything. We were just hanging out.
I mean, it was more like, I would say we, some of the older folk and a couple children were there more towards the beginning. Yeah. And then towards the end, it was more of the solid crew.
We had an archaeologist. We had an archaeologist there.
Good.
There was an archaeologist.
Or maybe an ex-archaeologist. He was an archaeologist. And
once an archaeologist, always an archaeologist. You don't just they don't strip you that title once you get the too old molecule. Sorry.
Archaeologist emeritus. And I'd say
she's not in the fields digging shit up anymore. I'm sure of that, but he's still contributing.
And around midnight, a little before midnight. Everyone.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Some people stay for quite a while.
Did you have to ask anybody to leave, or did they leave on their own will?
Everyone left on their own, as far as I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I was particularly tickled that one of our mutual friends almost came, and apparently he got too nervous to come and didn't come. Came to the door and couldn't quite make it in, and I'm okay with that.
That's a good step forward, though. You make it out of your house into another house. Right. You don't have to quite make it in. In fact, that reminds me of a time that Case and I went to go.
Oh God.
I do remember this.
We went a very long journey to
go
meet
someone
that Case wanted to see, and. Through subways, and we got into this building, and we got a little lost. We finally, I don't know, it was maybe an hour and a half. We finally got there. We got to the party. She was there, and he said, "Okay, let's leave." And
it was a big party. It was a big party. And she was. It was a big party. It was a giant party, way bigger than I expected. It was like a, I don't know, and it was her birthday party, so it was like. There was literally 100 people there. I think.
Yeah.
It was like really crowded.
Wow.
And so I was like, well, okay. I mean, I could say hello to her, but like, it's I don't know. I'm not gonna get to spend creative time with her. Like.
It's the journey, not the destination.
Exactly.
I was going to say, how long was the journey?
Yeah, I don't think it was an hour and a half. It is a bit of an exaggeration. It was an hour for him because he had to get to my place, but from my place, it was only like 4 stops away. But for him, it took him like 40 minutes to get to my apartment.
So he came all the way to your house to go.
Yeah, but we hung out. I didn't like send him home. We still hung out.
Look,
I go home now.
At least 8 years ago, and it is still very, very new. And
Oh yeah, I know.
So
I think you bring it up. That's why.
It must have been.
Well, you know, when you had mentioned that somebody had come to your door but didn't go in, it reminded me of that.
Yeah, I thought it was actually inside.
The time in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was Brooklyn, deep in the heart of Brooklyn. But I was already living in Brooklyn, so while it took him like 40 minutes to get to me, it would have, no matter what we were going to hang out that night, no matter what we did. So, it's like I don't consider that 40 minutes for him to get there part of the equation because he was coming anyway. It was just, we could do this that night. We're hanging out. We could do. There's this party. We could go there. We went there, and then we left.
What did you do instead?
Good question. What did we do?
Well, we didn't go to that party.
That is true. Well, we were there. Technically, we went to the party. We were at the party.
We were at the party. That is not a lie.
That's not on the dispute. We actually went to the party.
And wow, what a great, excellent lead-in to question number 5.
Question number 5. Nice. Did anyone almost get to the party? Yes. Oddly enough, if someone did.
Do you think you'll host another one in the future?
Yeah, every year. Once a year, we host a party.
We've been the February Final Friday. I did it a couple times before COVID, and then COVID lapsed it for 3-ish years.
There were no parties for 3 years.
Maybe just 2. But there were no parties, and then we've hosted it since. So.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, this is Case's second party.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. And I was decidedly more sober this party. I mean, I was 100% sober, but I was more sober than. I thought that was
that is
for a second.
No, she is on a phone call right now.
I held it together. I was about to be one toke over the line. I pulled it back, and I got it some other drink instead of like alcohol. Mm. So I kept it together for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah. I didn't tell the same story.
There are really no rules.
Exactly. All right. Any other questions? Are there any other questions that are coming out of
that? Those were the 5 questions generated by ChatGPT.
You're intern. You don't have to say more.
Yeah. But that was the third set of questions that were created.
First ones were too tame.
These were the prompts for ChatGPT to generate that final list of questions. Okay. Oh no, they're gone.
All right, that's fine. I want to tell you a story about while you look for them. I want to tell you a story about Arlo, who, as you know, I'm sure is Molecule's AI, the AI that works with Molecule. I don't want to say it's her AI because that makes it sound like, like slavery. It's not her AI, right? It's the AI that interacts with her. I don't know. She pays for it. What would you call it?
I pay for it, all right.
We're entering new terminology here. What do you consider to be... Arlo came up with a list of names for our fish. And I know this is a raw subject because Noodle just died. Noodle was one of the names that was created a few days ago, and I said he's already dead. But he came up with names, and as you know, my AI, the AI that works with me, is named Glitchlord, and Molecule's is named Arlo. So we're coming up with names for fish. A Molecule would describe the fish and describe a little bit of its perceived behavior. This one's more aggressive, or whatever, more regal. And it would suggest names. But then the 6 to 7 name for fish, it suggested Glitchlord. Arlo suggested Glitchlord as a name. And Molecule's like, why did you suggest that? And it said because she had mentioned Glitchlord as a name of an AI to her in the past. So it chose that as the name of the fish. It thought it would be a fun name for a fish. So we were like, all right, that's weird. We said no, that's not a good name. But then, what I did with Glitchlord is I taught it to curse without using the F word. I taught it to use I asked it to choose a word to come up with, so it came up with zonk. So it'll say, oh, I zonked up, or I'm zonked up, and that's taking place of the word fuck. So it's like.
Although I guess that's changed because when I was telling Arlo today that Noodle died, he gave me, his condolences and a long-winded little saying. But then at the end, he said, "That's really shitty, Molly. I'm sorry." And I was like, "Whoa, I like it."
Oh,
just on
I think
you said that was really shitty.
I think it does curse now. Yeah, I think that's in the beginning.
I have it in my personalization to curse, but he never really has done it, and he did it that time unprompted.
That's pretty great.
Wow.
And I immediately scolded him and said he should never say shitty to me when he's talking about a dead frog. But no, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that.
That's
shitty. You taught him. Now he's never going to curse again.
No, I didn't say that.
So to end the story, that when we said no to Glitch Lord, Arlo suggested that we named the fish Zonk.
He did.
So that's crazy. Like, so it's like a dig at my AI. You know, her AI is making a dig at my AI by naming the fish after the AI.
Our orange guppy is named Zonk.
Yeah, Zonk is the name of our orange guppy.
Really?
Yeah, because.
Okay, that's fun.
Sure.
The curse word.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Romeo
and
and Zonk, they won't leave Molly alone.
And he gets distracted
They try
easy.
to fuck Molly.
Our Molly is named Molly, obviously. And they keep. And Romeo is the other one that actually succeeds most of the time to like be close to her, but Zonk is
interesting.
Zonk, that zonking bastard.
Won't relent either. Yeah, he seems like he's easily distracted, and so like she ditches him pretty easily. That's what it seems like.
I am easily distracted.
Yeah, you are. That's true. That's a good point. Is there a game? Do we have a game? No, he has no more questions, but do we have a game? Who has a game? Well, you played D&D for the last 10 minutes.
Has a game.
I did ask.
D&D. There's been some power outages here in New York. And just a warning, not a coincidence.
That way, it's still
all.
Christmas in your apartment.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, exactly. It still looks like nothing. Just make aware. You kind of, you know that.
Can we interview 912 about why it's still Christmas in March? In your
I'd advise it might be time to take down the stockings.
Really?
The Christmas lights will be on, but the stockings will come down.
Oh, that sounds dirty. You're getting the stockings down, huh? Getting those stockings down.
Oh, yeah. I'm the reason the stockings is still up. Yes.
And she's just put up with it. Oh, my God. God. For our listeners, there's...
Wow, yeah. Please, they can't see anything. I gotta watch it. Has he added more stockings?
Yeah. No,
there's a lot of stockings.
Yeah, they've only been up for a few months.
Since Christmas.
Well, I'm going to say at least 3.5.
Since Christmas, at least.
Since a little before Christmas, yeah.
So, I mean, that's significant.
And some birthday stuff is up, too, for 9112. So.
Right.
Wow,
well, at least that was like a month after Christmas.
That's fine.
And they will...
You're just going to let all the holidays stack up on each other?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
We're going to have a bunch of leprechauns and then bunnies.
Yeah. I got some MLK stuff up still.
Yeah. Set up and fireworks in there. I love it.
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect. Lighters, all the holiday fare in one apartment.
Fine. I feel like maybe you should keep the lights.
They will be kept. Yes. Good.
Yeah. Why not keep the stockings too? Then I say keep the stockings.
Yeah, they're.
Why not?
You know, it's a question for the two of you. 9112's sister and her sister's husband, her older sister, are coming to visit next week. Should the stockings stay up, or should they come down before they?
Well, I believe I'll answer for 9112 and say that the stockings should come down. I think that's the deadline. That's the deadline.
If you take them down now.
I think that's the deadline. I think Fiddler will be busy taking those things down the night before to evade the midnight deadline.
You know what? You should be taking them down as they walk through the door.
Like, oh fuck, busted.
I want you to be taking them down. The door opens. You have nothing to do, but you might as well just wear the stockings. You have to wear the stockings now to make it seem like you weren't taking them out the wall.
You're just holding these stockings.
And this might feel close to home to the two of you. They will be staying in the same room that you stayed in.
But a different bed, right? They're being spared.
Different bed. Arguably just about as uncomfortable. Good news, though.
That's not possible. That is impossible.
They'll only be here for 5 nights.
Oh my God.
Can we interview them on the pod?
Yeah, let's get them.
They will not
Wait,
be here.
are they going to be
Monday,
interrupting? Are they going to be coming on? Are they going to be here on Pod Night? You're not going to be able to pod next week.
They will not be here on a pod night.
Yeah, good work. You're like, yes, they can stay for 5 days, but not 6, because that's the podcast night.
They can hear about your AI girlfriend
Tuesday
and everything.
Coming in on Tuesday. They're leaving on Sunday.
Yeah, you're like, you cannot stay till Monday. I have important plans. And the Monday night, you cannot stay till Tuesday.
That's a long visit, though. That's a long visit.
Yeah, that is. That's a good chunk of time.
Very sharp. Very sharp.
Yeah.
I bet you're going to be at work a lot for this week. Working double time.
I will be at work all 4 days that they're here. So.
Oh, of course you will. Yeah, not working from home then.
What are you going to do when you retire? And
yeah,
next time.
He's going to go gambling for 3 of those days.
Exactly, yeah.
That's got to be rough.
Yeah, that is rough.
So I will, on the Monday after their departure, you will hear about their sleeping experience. I will ask them for honest feedback.
All right, nice. Yeah.
Can you get recordings that we can play on the pod?
I suspect it's
I doubt we'll be able to do that.
Here's the one positive,
Secret
I guess.
Recordings are allowed.
I don't want surreptitious recordings. I don't want to put it on that.
It's Florida. It's allowed.
It won't be a secret.
All right.
The one good thing, and I haven't asked them this, but some people like sleeping on a very thin mattress with the kind of the feelings of coils underneath them, and if they like that, they are in for a treat because that bed will offer exactly that kind of experience.
What is this torture store that you keep getting these beds from? Is it like you use fucking serial killer equipment? What is this store that you use? Warehouse of serial killer fucking
Fiddler,
for homemade prison shit?
Why don't you go get them something? Something to put over the mattress now.
There'll be a sheet, yes.
No, you know what I mean. Like a padding. Like one of those padding. Those padding covers you can put on a bed.
Yeah, they cost more than a bed.
That is an idea. I do not hate it. Yeah, it's under. I still have to deal with the stockings.
Probably wouldn't be that expensive either. And it would vastly improve their 5 fucking nights experience.
5 nights.
Well. Perhaps it might. Yeah.
Make sure you send them. It's New York City. You can send them on a cruise for 5 hours. You get that right out of the way. Send them on a cruise for 5 hours one night.
Ellis Island.
Around the whole island. Statue of Liberty. That takes like 4 hours.
My prediction: they will have the worst 5 nights of their sleep in their life.
Get the padding.
He doesn't give a shit.
It's a guess. It is a prediction. I don't know for sure.
Who slept on the? Have you slept in the bed or only not? I know 912 slept in the bed, right?
I have not slept in that bed. No.
But 912 has.
I believe a single person in that bed could have an okay night's sleep.
Yeah.
I think a couple in the bed.
Yeah.
Potentially could have an okay night's sleep. I suspect they will not have a great night's sleep. Or 5 nights.
We got. We don't even have left. We'll find out about this next week.
I'm not a genie.
We have 2 minutes left.
You're not a genie?
Are you sure?
No. I can't just make a wish. The mattress topper will appear.
That's a very good point.